bringing you on a little bit of a journey this morning, both in terms of miles and years. As the crow flies, 5 miles away from my home, so not very far really. But in terms of the time that I'm taking you back to, it's very nearly 500 years. And I'm going to show you one of Liverpool's, if not the most important building in Liverpool, namely Speke Hall. There we have Speke Hall in the distance behind me. Construction started in 1530 by Mr. William Norris, and of course that was during the time of the Reformation. Good old Henry VIII decided he wanted to get rid of Catherine, his first wife, which resulted in the splitting between Rome and Henry. Roman Catholicism was outlawed, and what you know, the Norris family were staunch Catholics, but they survived, and there are some interesting architectural features. I'm just going to take a walk around now and do some stills. I'm on the south lawn now at Speke Hall, and sadly, as you can probably see, they are carrying out repairs to the roof, so 2/3 of the building is covered in scaffolding. The crows are calling, and there's a woodpecker out there in the woods somewhere. And I want to change to the 25mm Summilux lens as well. So far it's been the 100 to 300 and the 12 to 50, so it's time for a bit of a shake-up, I think. When the crows stop, just want to try and get a couple of detail shots using the 100 to 300. There's an inscription above one of the entrance doors, and then some of that lovely wood panelling, wood framing I should say. So much detail wherever you look. One of the amazing things about this combination, by the way, with the 100 to 300, rack it out to 300 mil, look through it, and as you can probably imagine, without touching anything, the image is moving all over the place. It's very difficult to keep the camera steady, but as soon as you hit first pressure on the release button, everything stops. Brilliant. Image stabilization, fantastic. Really are views and subjects all over the place. I mean, how can there not be in a building this old? Fantastic place to visit. It is, of course, National Trust. We are very close to John Lennon Airport here, and at the moment, springtime, quite a lot of flights leaving. It's a Saturday today, so quite popular. Now I've come down into what at one time would have been the moat, so we're below the level of the main building, as you can probably see from behind me, and we're just going to go underneath the main access on this side of the property. I'll just pan you around as I walk you through. So the north lawn is over to our right, and if we were entitled guests, we would come across the top of this bridge. The building itself is timber framed, built on sandstone. So a sandstone base, timber framing, and then the infill, the white bits that you can see, are wattle and daub. Started in 1530, and I think it was completed round about 1598, somewhere around there. And believe it or not, and I haven't found it yet, but above the main entrance there's an eavesdrop. Now, I'm sure you've all eavesdropped on people's conversations in the past. Well, this is where that terminology comes from, because back in the days of the Reformation, this family, as I say, the Norrises, were Catholic, and we have a passenger jet leaving John Lennon. There he is, probably see him in a minute or two. And there he goes. Tenerife or somewhere, I don't know. As I was saying, the Norris family were Catholics at a time when it was dangerous to be a Catholic in England, and so not only did they have a priest hole, which is something I'm sure most of you are familiar with, a secret hidey hole where any practicing Catholics could hide in the event of a raid. Not only did they have a priest hole, they had an eavesdrop. And an eavesdrop, quite literally, is a hole above the main entrance doorway. I think it's been sealed up long ago, but it would have been a hole above the main entrance door where a servant could have listened in to the conversation being carried out at the front door down below, and then if it was a bit dodgy, run back in, tell the master of the house, be careful, Henry's Manor here, whatever it might be, you need to find somewhere safe. And that's the origination of the term eavesdrop. We're in shadow. It's an awkward building to photograph really early in the morning, earlier than I can get here. Gives you a good view of the north-eastern side of the house, which is the main aspect. At any other time of day, really, the south lawn, where it's covered in scaffolding at the moment, that normally gives really nice, spectacular views. But round here, we are definitely in shadow. It's a beautiful building. People are starting to arrive now. So I think it's probably time that I made my way back to base. In case I don't get a chance to say so later, enjoy your photography. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.